You've seen it in the unboxing that I was extremely excited about, and also it is the system that powers one of my all-time favorite games. Folks, today we're gonna get into how to play the Cypher System. Yep, we're getting into this today. It's gonna be simple, it's not a deep dive. I'm giving you the meat and potatoes, and by the end of this video, you'll know everything that you absolutely need to know in order to play the Cypher System. Also, if you are running a game or anything like that, you can just refer people over to this video. Trust me, it's gonna give them everything they need to know. And if they have any more questions after that, you can get into the details. Thank you for coming to the channel. My name is Servant of Shiloh, and today, folks, you have stumbled upon RPG Elite, or maybe you just came here because you wanted to. And I just need to say, what up? This is RPG Elite, folks. This is the place where I focus on putting the RP back into RPG. And the way that I do this is by giving you tools, tips, and tutorials like today, and real talk about the tabletop RPG space and culture. If you're going through this video and you're like, I think I might like the Cypher System, or, you've been kind of reticent to pull the trigger on getting the Cypher System, but then after this video, you're like, I think I'm going to try it out. Then down in the description below, there's going to be a whole lot of links. If you want a hardcover or a digital copy of the Cypher System or any of the things that are related to the Cypher System, then they are going to be down in the description. So let's get to it, folks. How to play the Cypher System. And then, as always, on the other side, I have the question of the vid. So 1, 2, 3, roll them. The Cypher System is a tabletop RPG framework created by Monty Cook Games. It centers around the use of a single 20-sided die, though there are times where you could use 6-sided and percentile dice. It first appeared in their flagship tabletop RPG, Numenera. Since being released in 2015, it's now had 2 versions, and it also has an open license with a variety of different games utilizing the system. Today, we will look at how the core mechanic works, as well as key concepts players will need to know in order to get the most enjoyment out of the Cypher System. The core mechanic revolves around the task difficulty table. Now, this table is where the majority of the game is going to be spent, so you have about 80% of the game understood if you get this. On the far left side is the task difficulty level. Next is a single word description. Then you have the target number. This is what you will need to roll on a 20-sided die depending on the level. Last is guidance, which gives you a general idea of how difficult that level is. The target number is always 3 times the task difficulty level, so that keeps things simple. If the GM says you have a task difficulty of 4, you automatically know your target number will be 12. If it's 5, it will be 15, so on and so forth. However, what if the task difficulty is 7? Uh-oh. Well, that's 21, y'all, and that is impossible to roll on a 20-sided die. That's where easing and hindering comes in. Characters may have skills, abilities, or tools that will make a certain task easier. This is called easing a task. For example, Helix Brown from my Astonishing Adventures series has the skill of perception. He has a sharp eye for detail, and he needs it for the type of investigative and research work he does. So if I say to the GM, I want to try to find a secret door in the mansion study, they may say that the task difficulty is 7. That door is expertly hidden, do you hear me? Sheesh. Anyway, my perception would ease the task, decreasing it to 6. So now we can actually roll it on a 20-sided die, even though it would be really hard. If I also used a magnifying glass to look for creases in the wall or bookcases and things like that, which is called an asset in the game, it would maybe take it down 1 or 2 levels, all the way down to task level 4. Now the impossible just became possible. Now that's the good news. Bad news is that it can work in the opposite direction as well, making a task more difficult. This is called hindering. For example, Helix has to cross over a river on a tree that spans the distance from shore to shore. The GM says that the base task difficulty is 4. Not too bad. However, it's covered in moss, making it slippery. The moss makes it a pain, and that's going to hinder Helix, taking that task difficulty 4 up to 5. Every character in the Cypher system has 3 main stats: might, speed, and intellect. Each of these is treated as a pool of points you can spend to perform actions in the Cypher system when you want. It's not mandatory, but there are some situations you will need to. Most of the time, that means expending effort. When you absolutely need to perform an action, you will want to spend some effort. Effort allows you to perform an action one step lower for each level of effort applied. However, you have to spend points from the appropriate stat pool to do so. For example, if you need to break out of a room before it fills up with toxic gas, you might want to spend some effort from your might pool to break down that door. It costs 3 points for your first level of effort and then 2 points for every level of effort thereafter. You only have a certain amount of effort you can apply because of a finite number of points in your stat pools. The levels of effort that can be applied is only limited by your effort score, normally determined by a character's tier. An effort of 1 means you can only apply 1 level of effort, 2 means 2, etc. High-tiered characters can apply more levels of effort, or it will cost them less, or both. This is effort's best friend.
Aww.
It allows you to spend less points from your stat pools when applying effort. Whatever the level of your edge is will be subtracted from the total effort attempt. So for example, if you wanted to apply 2 levels of effort from your speed pool, it would normally cost you 5 points. However, if you have an edge of 2 in speed, it will only cost you 3 points. Edge can potentially give you more levels of effort you can apply by making it cheaper. Once you reach 3 edge in a stat, you get your first level of effort for free. Well, there you have it, folks. Simple, but not simplistic. And the options that you have with the Cypher system are many and myriad. Trust me, I have it right here. And I'm about to tell you, they ain't gonna have 400 pages of stuff unless, you can do a little something, something. And of course, if you're playing Numenera, well, that's a whole different monster altogether. That is just, wow, that's all I gotta say. And there's the other games that they have, of course, like Unmasked or The Origin and other things that they've come out with. So if you're interested, once again, don't forget, down in the description below, digital or hard copies, doesn't matter, links will be down there. If you got any value out of this video today, maybe you learned something new, then go ahead and do me a solid and just crush the like button so the algorithm will give me just a little bit of love, y'all. Also, on top of that, if you just want to stick around and be like, okay, well, I give the guy a shot. Right? Now I'll stick around and see what he's about. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. And that's just so you don't miss any of the videos that I come out with. I come out with videos every Tuesday and Friday, God willing. Let's get to the question of the vid. So if you watched the whole video here, then give me some love here in terms of what do you like or what do you dislike about the Cypher system? Have you heard about it? Is this the first time? I want your comments in general as far as what you think about what's been presented in this video. So hit me up down in the comments below. Let's get some engagement going so I can hear from you guys. And again, I can't respond to all of your comments. Sometimes I do, but I do read your comments. There you have it. All right, folks, that's gonna be it for me. I'm gonna get back out of here so I can do some more work. So let me go ahead and do my snaggle push.
So exit, stage left.
If you've got a game this week, happy gaming. I pray it is an RPG Elite session at the top of the game, baby. So until next time, y'all, peace and hair grease.